These are lecture notes for Melham's Math 120 Online, section 1.3. So here are the pages first, so I will share the screen so you can see that. Okay, so 1.3, page 24, problems 1 through 65 odd. So for those of you who don't have the book and don't plan on getting it, I'll hold it here so you can always get it off the video. So there's some of those, some more. You have to go up to 65, so I think that covers up to 65. And then the answer is in the back of the book, section 1.3. Problem set 1.3. Here we go. Seems to be yellow right now, but you can see 1.3 there. So those are all the solutions that are there. Okay. All right, so as usual, I'll show you how some of the homework problems work. So 1.3, page 24. Number 1, 5x equals 10. So to get rid of the 5, you divide by 5. This is a multiplication, so divide by 5, x is equal to 2. Number 7, 8m equals a negative 16. So divide both sides by 8. 8 divided by 8 is 1, so you have 1m. 1m is just m. m equals negative 2. 13, 2x equals 0. Divide by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so 1x is the same as x. 0 divided by 2 is 0. X equals 0. And of course, again, you can always check your answer by plugging back in. This is easy to plug in. 2 times 0 is 0. 8 times a negative 2 is negative 16, and so on. Okay, 19, negative m over 5 equals 10. Okay, now to get rid of the division by 5, you would multiply by 5, but there's a negative, so I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 5. Okay, so multiply negative 5 here. That way the 5's cancel out and the negatives also cancel out. So m is equal to negative 50. Okay, here's an instance where to get rid of a fraction, you would multiply by the reciprocal of the fraction. Negative 3/5 x equals 9/5. Multiply both sides by the reciprocal negative 5/3. So multiply both sides by negative 5/3. This cancels out. So the left-hand side is just x. On this side, 5 cancels out. Negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3. Okay, then the problems get a little bit tougher. 31, 4x plus 8x minus 2x equals 15 minus 10. Combine like terms here. So they're all x's, so combine the coefficients. Coefficients means the numbers in front. 4 plus 8 is 12. 12 minus 2 is 10. 10x equals 5. Divide by 10. X equals 5 over 10 reduces to 1/2. Okay, 35 is much more complicated because all the fractions. 18 minus 13 is 5. So start off with the 5. Now, I don't like all those fractions, so I'll multiply both sides of the equal sign by the common denominator. Okay, I see 2, 4, and 8, so the common denominator is 8. So you multiply both sides by 8 to cancel all these fractions. So 8 times 5 is 40. 1/2 a times 8. Half of 8 is 4, 4a. Then that times that, 8 divided by 4 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6, so I have 6a. And here 8 cancels that 8, so I have a negative 5a. And no more fractions. 4a plus 6a is 10a, minus 5a, 5a. So 40 equals 5a, divide by 5. A is equal to 8. And I'm using the convention that normally we put the variable that you're solving for on the left side. So it should be 8 equals a, but normally we write it as a equals 8. Okay, 37 and 43. The step that you're taking when you just have negative x equals 4, you would multiply both sides by negative 1. But that's an easy step. Normally, you just go straight to this. Okay, so I could say multiply by negative 1, multiply by negative 1, but that's an easy step. All you do is just move the minus sign over here. So x is equal to negative 4. That's all there is to it. Okay, likewise, for 43, negative y equals 1/2. Just immediately put the negative onto the other side. So y is equal to negative 1/2. Okay, then starting with 45, you have multiple operations to isolate the x. So you have to get rid of the 3 and the negative 2. How do I get rid of negative 2? You add 2 to both sides. That cancels out. 3x equals 9. Divide both sides by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1x is just x. So x is equal to 3. Again, it's a good idea to check your answers if you can. Put 3 back in. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 minus 2 is 7. Okay, 49. Again, it starts off like this, which I don't like. You probably don't like it either. 1/8 plus half x equals 1/4. I would get rid of those fractions. So multiply both sides by the common denominator of 8, 2, and 4. That would be 8. Makes the problem much, much nicer. 8 times 1/8 is 1. 8 times a half x is 4x. 1/4 of 8 is 2. And look at how much easier the problem is. Okay, subtract 1 on both sides. 4x equals 1. Divide by 4. Final answer, x equals 1/4. 55, negative 7x equals negative 3x minus 8. So you have x on both sides of the equal sign. So to clean it up, add x to one side or the other, but you prefer to have a positive coefficient. So if I were to add 3x to both sides, this would cancel, but you still have a negative coefficient for x. I'd rather have positive here, so I add 7x to both sides. Okay, so this becomes 0. This becomes 4x minus 8. I want to have a positive coefficient of x. Okay, then add 8 to both sides. 8 equals 4x. Divide by 4. 2 equals x, or x equals 2, putting the variable on the left side. Okay, 61. 6m minus 3 equals m plus 2. So subtract m on both sides. Okay, 6m minus m is 5m. Remember, this is like minus 1m. Minus 3 equals 2. Get rid of the minus 3, add 3. So 5m equals 5. Divide by 5. M is equal to 1. And I'll show you the check for this one. Put a 1 back here, 1 back here. 6 times 1 minus 3, is that equal to 1 plus 2? 6 minus 3 is 3. 3 equals 3. Okay, then 63 starts off like this. 1/2 m minus 1/4 equals 1/12 m plus 1/6. Again, we don't like that. Get rid of the fractions. Multiply both sides by the common denominator of 2, 4, 12, and 6. That would be 12. Multiply both sides by 12, and then distribute. So this gives me 6m minus 3. 1/12 m times 12 is m, plus 1/6 of 12 is 2. And believe it or not, the rest of the problem is problem 61. 6m minus 3 equals m plus 2. So you can just copy and paste at this stage. The rest of it is just like problem 61. Okay. All right, so these are lecture notes from Mel Hamlin's Math 120 Online, section 1.3.